Today I'm going to be demonstrating our CoPilot Max printer, which is our largest format printhead in our large character line. Squid Ink offers a large number of print systems, starting at 7/10 of an inch. We also go up to 1.4 inches with our 256 jet. With the CoPilot Max, we jump all the way up to 2.8 inches of 2.8 inches of print with one print head. If you add two print heads, you're at 5.6 inches of print. I'm going to go ahead and send a box by so you can see what it looks like. So as you can see, from top to bottom, we have 2.8 inches of print. In this particular print head, we're using a Konica Minolta print technology. There are 1,024 jets in the nozzle path. So Chad, if you could pan around to the front of the printer, we'll show them where the ink is actually coming out of the print head. It's in this particular area. There are two rows of 512 jets. So together, that's how we come up with 1,024, which translates into 360 vertical DPI. So 360 dots per inch on the vertical. The printer is capable of firing at 360 by 150 or 360 by 300 horizontal, which gives you ultra high quality print. Some other unique features about the print head are the way it manages ink. So it has an onboard cartridge, which is 500 milliliters of fluid. And when the printer calls for ink, a stepper motor releases a valve and fills a manifold. Another stepper motor inside the head fills the nozzle path so that it maintains ink volume as it prints. So as it dispenses ink, it knows how much it needs to replace the ink that was ejected. Another neat feature about the Konica Minolta technology inside the Max head is the head is actually heated. So the ink is preheated before the droplets are ejected. This gives us nice, consistent print quality at a different range of temperatures. Some of our competitors use stitching technology to make their print area taller. In this particular head, again, it's one element. So you don't have to worry about aligning your print job to produce taller print. Basically, you go to the software, you have 2.8 inches to work with, you design whatever you want within that range, and it comes out and it's all aligned for you. Other competitors offer larger heads, up to 4 inches. However, we feel the 2.8 inch meets most customers' needs. The typical requirement for a barcode is no taller than 2 inches. So there's really no need to go much larger than that. With the 2.8, you get range above and below the barcode. And in addition, you can add that second print head. So it's important to remember this is just a one-headed unit we're showing, but a second head can be added. And with two heads, you end up with 5.6 inches of print, which is just fantastic. You can split the heads, print on the top of the box and the bottom of the box. So you're getting more of a spaced out print. So a typical carton typically has print on the top and the bottom. You can also position the heads opposing each other so you can fire on each side of the carton, or you can choose to fire down, or the print heads will accommodate tilt for incline conveyance. If you find a web application, the print head can also be placed on its side and print as the web is coming down. Some other key features on the head are the automatic purge. So electronic purge to charge the nozzles with ink. It has a digital video cable that can go up to 25 feet or longer. So there's no problem with the data cable length. The typical systems come with a 3-foot data cable for one head and an additional cable for the second head if you order a 2-headed unit that is about 10 feet. So you have extra length to get underneath the conveyor to the second head. The other thing you see on the back of the print head is the commissioning tube. So when you first purchase your printer, you have to put the initial cartridge in, and then you have to purge it to charge the nozzles, and then this will remove the air from the nozzle path. I'm going to go ahead and make another print. One key item to a good inkjet application is having a good transport. Here we're presenting the box via our Eastie conveyor, which is 24 inches wide by 6 inches long, or 6 feet long. And we have a good set of guide rails to just make sure that everything's center aligned. The printer itself is mounted to the conveyor with a good heavy duty bracket. We don't want to have any vibration at the printhead as the box is being transported past. So you can adjust the arm up and down, in and out to accommodate your different size boxes. We also have a spring-loaded bracket on our printhead, which maintains the throw distance to the carton. So if the box were a little bit bowed, the bracket would retract and just follow the box as it's coming by. Other items you can add to the print system are low ink lights. In this application, we're showing our tablet, which is utilizing our Orion software. And that's how all the messages get to the print system. So Orion is the key to making messages. This is our editor. So you go ahead and design on a Windows-based type program with a lot of tools that we're used to seeing in the Windows environment and send messages to the printer either via Ethernet or you can use a USB stick. It also has Wi-Fi capability if you're in an environment that's conducive to Wi-Fi. One of the other things we're showing in this demonstration is our Squid Check validation system. We partner with Cognix, and this is a 1.2 megapixel liquid lens camera, and it's mounted downstream from the printhead itself, typically 18 to 20 inches. And what it does is it recognizes the barcode after it's past the printhead and validates that it is a good readable barcode. I'm going to go ahead and make another print, and Chad will focus on the low ink light, which is showing the validation. The printer itself has a 4.3-inch screen, which is really easy to navigate. It's similar to an ATM machine where you simply touch icons and open buttons. So if I want to open a file, it's quite simple. I pick the file and I can see my list of messages. I can return to the home screen. I can go into my parameters or my tools for my setup and see all of these very simple icons. The pictures pretty much tell the story. If I want to change my photocell distance, I just go to the distance to the trigger button. If I want to change the direction, it's quite simple. Go to the direction button. Encoder divider, which allows us to run at higher speeds, and it's tracking the belt speed itself. Repeat print, counters, validation button is right here. This is linked to the Cognix camera that I just showed you. And this is the log. This is actually showing us if there was a bad read, at what time the occurrence happened. And in this particular one, we had a no read at this instance, which was done earlier today. You can also download the entire validation log via USB stick. So from the start of the day to the end of the day, you can capture every single scan on the printer. I'm going to go ahead and make a few different messages for you. The 1024 nozzles really does the job when you want to add ingredient statements. You can see that the print is very tiny in this particular label, yet very clear. So the more nozzles in the printhead means higher quality imagery. I'm going to go ahead and make another message just to show you the range. So in this label, we're showing a picket fence barcode as well as a ladder barcode. Again, more dots in the printhead means more versatility. So you can even do the ladder style barcodes in some instances if they fit within the realm of the head. Ink is also very important. You can see how dark the color is of the ink that's going onto the carton. That ink is waterproof, it is UV light resistant, and it has a very high read rate. It's a pigmented ink, so actually the pigment is left at the top or surface of the corrugated carton, which helps with the scanning ability. So this printer is available in a couple different versions. I'm showing the oil-based version of the printer today, which again uses the 500 milliliter cartridge. You could also buy this printer in a solvent-based version for glossy cartons, or you can choose UV LED cure, which utilizes a LED light after the printer to cure the physical ink. So applications like rubber can be done with this printer. Foam, plastic, or very large 4 foot long print. The printer itself can run up to 220 feet per minute at 360 by 150 and much higher speeds at lower resolutions. So the applications are limitless. There are also colored inks available. It can come with primary colors. So if you need red, blue, or green, in addition to black, these colors are available. We see a lot of interest for environmental friendly inks. So we offer mineral oil free inks if you need something a little more plant-based. These are less hazardous. They have near zero VOCs, less hazardous air pollutants, and can eliminate pollution to the food item itself with the plant-based fluids. So this is an option as well with this printer. We have a question on the chat. So the printer is typically around $11,000 with one printhead. It all depends on what type of add-ons you're going to select with the system. So some things you might want to consider are, do I need a conveyor, which is about $5,000? Do I need a bracket to mount to my conveyor? We have many different choices. Here we're showing an aluminum bracket that's channeled for a lot of adjustability. Do I need a low ink tower? Do I need a camera system to validate? So we would price your system accordingly based on your needs.
Can you use it for down shooting?
Can we use it for down shooting? Absolutely. The printhead can be pointed down. Again, horizontal, all the way to down, or tilted, or fully on its side. So lots of shooting positions. Lead time, typically, lead time for this system is 2 weeks or less. Depends on how many units you order and what our production schedule looks like, but often it's 3 to 5 days. I want to say thank you to our distributors, our customers, our prospective customers. We really enjoyed having you in the demo room here, and if you need more information, go to our website, squidink.com, or visit our YouTube channel and type in Squid Ink Manufacturing to see more videos.